Welcome back. The PwC has been polling and doing a survey of chief financial officers and how they view what's taking place at the moment. They say cost containment is the highest priority, and 56% of firms say they could return to business as usual in 3 months if the crisis ended today. Bob Moritz is with me, the global chairman of PwC. Bob, it is always good to talk to you about these things. 56% say that the business could be back to normal in 3 months. If it ended today. Are they deceiving themselves? Do you think that people, that they sort of want to believe that? The reality is business won't be going back to normal for many, many months.
I think the CFOs that came into this survey process truly were focused on more so the health crisis rather than the resulting economic crisis that's come out of this, Richard. So this number continues to lengthen in terms of the amount of time that businesses think they're going to need to recover. And my expectation is over the next few weeks, when we do this survey again, that number will lengthen quite a bit when people think about the amount of debt they have to take on, the restructuring they've had to do, as well as the other implications to their businesses going forward.
What do they do? What does a company do? A medium-sized, we're going to be talking to a small company just after you, but a medium-sized company, say 500 to 2,000 employees, professional services, like manufacturing. How do you begin to restructure for what you cannot know will be the trading environment next year?
It's clear that the business community has to think about decisions that have implications to short-term cash flow today and protect as much cash as possible. It also is clear that they're focused on getting access to additional funding through government programs or bank facilities, while at the same time thinking about how do they actually restructure the existing debt they've got underway. So being agile, nimble, and moving with agility is going to be a key going forward. But let's remember, Richard, these organizations are still making decisions that have an impact 6 months from now. A small retail company that's a supplier in the retail space has to think about what actually should I be producing today for perhaps Christmas or holiday shopping season 6 months from now.
So what are you doing with your business? I mean, you obviously advise other people, but a case, you know, the old case of physician heal thyself. What changes are you thinking about at PwC for restructuring yourself?
So the big thing for us as a service organization was how can we work remotely, leveraging digital and technology advantages going forward. And thankfully, over the last 3 years or so, we've spent a lot of time upgrading our facilities and our infrastructure, putting in the right systems, and skilling our people to work any place, anytime, anywhere. That's actually served us well during this crisis. So as a result, we're still able to continue. And the challenge is how do we keep focused on what the client needs at the end of the day? So that restructuring is not so much a restructuring, but a continuation of our transformation. And this is where good organizations now are not only focused on dealing with the immediacy of the crisis, but also thinking about what do I want to be when I come out of this? Your point around some planning. Management teams are thinking about business and keeping it running, keeping the lights on. Second, dealing with the crisis. Some of those are really advanced, are thinking, what should I be X number of months from now when I get through this problem?
Answer that last part for yourself about what you want PwC to be after this crisis.
It's an organization that is much more nimble, much more digital, able to work any place, anytime, probably less flying and less travel, less perhaps workspace that we need ultimately in terms of the housing of our people or the residencies that they have at the clients they serve, and a lot more technology embedded in the automation of our offerings, the services that we do in the audit business, tax business, consulting and deals business going forward.
And good to talk to you, Bob. Thank you.